As we know, the heart is the hardest working muscle in our body. But did you know that sometimes it's not working properly as we'd expect, all because of the foods we consume? Many of us are unaware of the negative effects certain foods can have on our heart health. These hidden dangers quietly sabotage our cardiovascular system, causing harm without us even realizing it. So, let's delve into the secret world of foods that are silently destroying your heart health. 1. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats are not only convenient, but also incredibly tasty. However, what many people don't realize is just how harmful they can be for heart health. These meats are typically loaded with unhealthy fats, sodium, and various preservatives to enhance flavor and extend shelf life. One of the key concerns with processed meats is their high sodium content. Excess sodium intake can lead to high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Additionally, the unhealthy fats found in processed meats, such as saturated and trans fats, can raise levels of LDL, bad cholesterol in the blood, further increasing the risk of heart problems. Moreover, processed meats often contain additives like nitrates and nitrites, which are used to preserve the meat and give it a desirable color. While these additives prevent bacterial growth, they can form harmful compounds called nitrosamines when exposed to high heat during cooking or digestion. Nitrosamines are known carcinogens and have been linked to an increased risk of certain cancers, including colorectal cancer. Despite their savory appeal, regularly consuming processed meats has been associated with a higher risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer. It's essential to be mindful of your intake and consider healthier alternatives like lean cuts of fresh meat, poultry, fish, or plant-based protein sources like beans and lentils. 2. Trans fats are a type of unsaturated fat that are artificially produced through a process called hydrogenation, which turns liquid oils into solid fats. They are commonly found in processed foods, particularly in products like margarine, shortening, packaged snacks, fried foods, and baked goods. One of the most alarming aspects of trans fats is their detrimental effect on cholesterol levels. Trans fats raise levels of LDL, bad cholesterol in the blood, while simultaneously lowering levels of HDL, good cholesterol. This double whammy significantly increases the risk of atherosclerosis, a condition where plaque builds up inside the arteries, restricting blood flow and leading to heart disease. Furthermore, trans fats promote inflammation in the body, which is a key factor in the development of various chronic diseases, including heart disease. They also impair the function of the endothelial cells lining the blood vessels, which can further contribute to the progression of cardiovascular problems. What's even more concerning is that trans fats not only harm your heart, but also have a detrimental impact on other vital organs. Research has shown that diets high in trans fats are associated with an increased risk of type 2 diabetes, stroke, and even Alzheimer's disease. To protect your heart and overall health, it's crucial to be vigilant about avoiding trans fats as much as possible. This means reading food labels carefully and choosing products that are free from partially hydrogenated oils. Opting for whole, unprocessed foods and cooking at home using healthier fats like olive oil or avocado oil can also help you steer clear of these harmful fats. 3. Full-fat dairy products, including milk, cheese, yogurt, and butter, have long been a staple in many diets. However, their consumption has been linked to various health concerns, particularly in relation to heart health. Some studies suggest that saturated fats from dairy products may have a more significant impact on LDL cholesterol levels than other sources of saturated fat, such as those from meat or processed foods. This means that consuming high amounts of full-fat dairy products could have a greater detrimental effect on heart health. Another concern with full-fat dairy products is their potential association with increased inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is linked to various health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, and autoimmune disorders. While the exact mechanisms are not fully understood, some research suggests that certain components in dairy products, such as saturated fats and proteins, may trigger inflammatory responses in the body. Furthermore, full-fat dairy products are often high in cholesterol, another factor that can raise LDL cholesterol levels and increase the risk of heart disease. While dietary cholesterol does not have as significant an impact on blood cholesterol levels as saturated and trans fats, excessive intake of cholesterol-rich foods can still contribute to heart health problems, especially in individuals with existing heart conditions or a family history of heart disease. It's essential to note that not all studies have found a clear association between full-fat dairy consumption and adverse health outcomes. However, moderation is key. 4. Pastries and desserts, while delicious, often contain high levels of unhealthy fats, sugars, and refined carbohydrates that can wreak havoc on heart health if consumed in excess. These unhealthy fats are commonly found in ingredients like butter, margarine, and shortening, which are staples in many pastry recipes, which restricts blood flow and increases the risk of heart disease, heart attacks, and strokes. Additionally, pastries and desserts are often loaded with added sugars, which can contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and metabolic syndrome, all of which are risk factors for heart disease. Excessive sugar consumption can lead to elevated blood sugar levels, causing the pancreas to release insulin to help regulate glucose. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Furthermore, pastries and desserts are typically made with refined carbohydrates, such as white flour, which lack fiber and essential nutrients. These carbohydrates are rapidly broken down into sugar in the body, causing spikes in blood glucose levels and contributing to insulin resistance and inflammation. Chronic inflammation is linked to various health conditions, including heart disease. In addition to their direct impact on heart health, pastries and desserts can also contribute to unhealthy eating habits and behaviors. Many people consume these foods as snacks or treats, often in large portions, leading to excessive calorie intake and weight gain. Moreover, pastries and desserts are often marketed as indulgent treats, encouraging people to consume them in addition to regular meals, further increasing their calorie and sugar intake. 5. The process of deep frying can lead to the formation of harmful compounds such as acrylamide, heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. These compounds are known carcinogens and have been linked to an increased risk of cancer, including colorectal, pancreatic, and breast cancer. While the levels of these compounds in fried foods may vary depending on factors like cooking time and temperature, it's clear that regular consumption of fried foods can contribute to a higher cancer risk. Furthermore, frying foods at high temperatures can produce harmful byproducts called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. AGEs are formed when sugars react with proteins or fats during cooking, and they have been implicated in the development of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and Alzheimer's disease. Consuming foods high in AGEs may accelerate the aging process and increase the risk of age-related diseases. Another concern with fried foods is their impact on blood vessel function. Research suggests that consuming fried foods can impair endothelial function, which refers to the ability of blood vessels to dilate and constrict properly. Impaired endothelial function is a hallmark of cardiovascular disease and is associated with an increased risk of heart attacks and strokes. Moreover, fried foods are often high in sodium, which can contribute to high blood pressure and fluid retention. Excess sodium intake can lead to hypertension, a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease. Additionally, the breading or coating used on fried foods may contain added sugars and unhealthy additives, further contributing to their negative health effects. 6. Excessive alcohol consumption can have detrimental effects on heart health, particularly when consumed in large quantities over time. While moderate alcohol consumption may have some cardiovascular benefits, such as increasing HDL, high-density lipoprotein, cholesterol levels, excessive drinking can lead to a range of heart-related problems. One significant issue associated with excessive alcohol consumption is the development of alcoholic cardiomyopathy. This condition occurs when the heart muscle becomes weakened and enlarged, impairing its ability to pump blood effectively. Alcoholic cardiomyopathy can lead to symptoms such as shortness of breath, fatigue, and swelling of the legs and feet. If left untreated, it can progress to heart failure, a serious and potentially life-threatening condition. Excessive alcohol consumption is also linked to high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Alcohol can raise blood pressure by increasing levels of certain hormones and causing blood vessels to constrict. Chronic high blood pressure can damage the arteries and strain the heart, increasing the risk of heart attack, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. Furthermore, heavy drinking is associated with an increased risk of developing atrial fibrillation, a type of irregular heartbeat. Atrial fibrillation can lead to blood clots forming in the heart, which can then travel to the brain and cause a stroke. As we wrap up, it's essential to remember that our heart health is in our hands. By being mindful of what we eat, we can take control of our heart's destiny. So let's make informed choices, nourish our bodies wisely, and prioritize our heart's well-being. Your heart will thank you for it.